Am I doing too much at once? Yes, but it's Kai time, baby. Let's do it. It looks like someone washed up on shore. They're still breathing, but they seem to have lost consciousness. Shoo, crab. Are you alright? Huh? Where am I? Who's pinching? You don't look like you're around here. You're from around here. Well there. It's a little embarrassing for me to ask, but could you give me a hand? Let me help you. Ha! The outfit's incredible! That's better. I must apologize. This isn't normally how I prefer to meet a new friend. You're a Naga. That's right. Did my snake tail give it away? That's usually what does it. How did you get on the beach? I'm not sure. I don't seem to be harmed. I can't quite recall, actually. You don't have any... You have amnesia? What the hell is this? You have amnesia? I can't recall the events that led me to arrive on your beach, or anything else, for that matter. There's a doctor in town. He's got a really weird mouse. Doctor in town? Wait, where have I washed up? Sunhaven. Sunhaven. It sounds distantly familiar. Sunhaven, the western region of the 4 regions. Oh, we're getting a little bit of lore in our dialogue? That's kind of incredible. Western region. 4 regions? That's how we all feel right now. Are you okay? Forgive me, my head's a bit foggy, not to mention it feels like I drank a barrel of seawater. Oh my god, his sprite looks fucking incredible. I thank you for helping me out of the sand. The sun was really beginning to cook me. Where are you going? I need time to get my bearings and look around this strange land I've washed up on. May we meet again. Wait. Goodbye forever. That was so fun. I'm so excited about all of this. Looks like someone's entered the old seaside cave. I didn't even try to click on this, I just accidentally did. Judging by the slither marks left in the sand, you have a pretty good guess who it was. Hey, it's you again. What are you doing in this cave? I'm just setting up camp. Camp? I'm lost, so I'm doing what Naga like you and I do. I'm making camp. Oh, interesting. I started out the game as a Naga. I'm no longer a Naga. This isn't much of a camp. Maybe not right now, but it'll do. I discovered some wreckage further out at sea. When I inspected it, I remembered something. What'd you remember? I was on a ship at sea. The ship crashed. Oh, very creative story. That's all I remember right now. Are you staying here? For the moment, at least. Tell me, is your Sunhaven a friendly place? People here are friendly, except this jerk librarian. Justice for Amanda. I mean, honestly. It's very friendly. I figured as much, but it never hurts to ask. Thanks for giving me the lay of the land. It's good to know I'll be taking refuge in a place that's friendly. Is there anything I can do to help? Don't worry about me. Naga are born survivalists. Believe it or not, I've lived in much worse conditions than a warm seaside cave. I didn't give you my name, did I? Perhaps I've forgotten my manners as well as my memories. I'm Kai. Hey, I remember my name. That's helpful. Would you give me your name if I asked? It is Halsey. It's good to meet you, Kai. Have fun in your cave, I guess. Elsie, I'll remember that. Stop by any time, in fact. I've learned that it helps to make nice with the locals. No matter where I end up, I'll consider you my first friend in the 4 regions. Greetings again. What are you looking at? Do I have something in my teeth? So, about the arms. Arms? Oh, yeah, my 4 arms. You must not be accustomed to seeing someone who looks like me. I've had them all my life. They aren't hard to live with, if that's what you're concerned about. Just the opposite, really. They're very helpful. I feel quite special to have them, like they mark something great about me. They make you look very unique. It warms me to hear you say so. I believe the mark of a good person is when one can appreciate another's differences. I mean, if you're gonna spell out what kind of character this is, but he doesn't strike me as this kind of person. It's when one can appreciate another's differences. This feels too... How do I explain this? Like, it feels like too on the nose. Too honest? Is that the term? Like, so honest that people aren't that honest about what they think other people are, etc. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. How are you getting along so far? I'm doing just fine. I'm still settling into my little cave home, but I'm sure I've got the skills to get everything I need up and operational. Having a bit of an issue finding enough wood to suit my needs, but I'll collect enough eventually. Oh, I got wood. Oh no, I wouldn't want to ask you to go through any trouble. But if you insist, then I will gladly accept your help. Thank you. Okay. Noted. Noted. Kai is a fascinating character. Oh, so interesting. Okay. Hello? How goes your business today? What are you up to? I started to explore Sunhaven. You spoke truly when you said... You spoke truly. You spoke truly when you said before, people here are friendly. No one seems to question that I'm a new citizen of the town or treat me differently because of it. I've yet to approach anyone directly, but it's a wonderful first impression. Have you met the Archmage yet? Archmage, such a familiar title. Are they your town's leader? Archmage, Archmage. It's as if I've heard that title many times before. Like he was the Archmage? Like that? But no, not yet. Maybe I'll meet her soon? Have you remembered anything else? I'm not, but I've been searching through some of the floating wreckage that washed towards the shore with me. I've been piecing together who I must have been based on what I'm finding. I'm looking for clues, essentially. Essentially? What did I say? Essentially? Who do you think you were? Well, I found the barrels of salted meat, a few sabers sunken into coral, pieces of armor. I'd say I must have been a member of a traveling group of warriors. Perhaps I was an explorer, or maybe a mercenary of some kind. Very exciting. Sabers. Sabers. That is very exciting. Hello, don't mind me. I'm just finding my way through Sunhaven. Can I be honest with you, though? I've been passing people by, yet I still feel a shyness about approaching them. Perhaps my skills do not lie with meeting new people. Odd, considering I must have been quite the dashing charmer before I lost my memories. What if I showed you around town? It might even jog your memory. Like a tour? That would be a wonderful idea! Double exclamation point. You could show me around all your town's important places. We might even run to a few of your friends. You could introduce me. Not to mention that it may prove useful for my elusive memories. Yes, this will be quite helpful. My thanks in advance. What time works best for you? What a normal conversation. Let's say tomorrow, 4 p.m. You can meet me right out in front of my cave. I'll be waiting. I've waited through like 3 builds for this date. Hello, are you ready to usher me on our guided tour? I'm ready. I want to hear the music. Thank you very much for doing this. It should prove to be very enlightening. Moving to a new place is hard, especially when you wash up on the beach. Where shall I be taken first? Follow me. It's working. Oh my god. This is so exciting. Holy hell. I see. So people come here to communally ask for and receive help from one another. What a fantastic concept. Hey there. Whoa, who's your new friend? What? This is so interesting. What is this date? Oh my god. This is Kai. He just moved to town. Well, hey there, Kai. Welcome to Sunhaven. Greetings to you. You must be one of Sunhaven's humble merchants. Yeah, something like that. I'm also at the farming store, the fishing store, the Halsey can tell you all about it. Come on, there's other cool things to see. I see, a grand library. No doubt its halls are filled with all manner of ancient and mystic tomes, cataloging fantastical histories. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, there's a lot of lore books in there, right? So, yes. Yeah. Yeah, we also have a noise policy. Keep it down. Right, my apologies, Tome Keeper. Books are wonderful, but what else does Sunhaven have to offer? I saw a tavern the other day. I know the owners. Let's go. Such warmth, the smells of cooking food, the chatter of world-weary adventurers in search of a drink. As a rugged explorer washed up on the shore, this must be the sort of place I would enjoy. Does it feel familiar to you? It doesn't feel the most familiar yet, but I'm certain it'll all come back to me soon. Who's your new friend? Handsome lad he is. What do you mean handsome, wife? I'm in just as good shape as he is. My shape is just round. Alright. See, the tavern keeper's words are as warm as their tavern. I'm feeling a bit thirsty. Might I get a round of your darkest brew? Any friend of our farmer is a friend of ours. If you're looking for something nice and strong, we've got just the thing. Mari hands Kai a mug full of a frothy, intense-looking brew. You think you can hear it hissing, ever so slightly. That drink looks like it'll knock you out. Nonsense. My past life as a sailor and/or mercenary. What? I must have drank stuff like this all the time. Watch, is he joking? Is this a joke? Kai, is that a fucking joke to you? Kai takes a deep sip of the tavern grog and immediately coughs it up. Oh, God. Okay, so maybe my taste for a drink has diminished a bit. It will likely come back to me when my memories do, I'm sure. Come on, Lightweight, let's go to Town Hall. You two take care. Wow, there's so many parts to this date. I love that the dates are longer. Oh my god. Good, what? This is incredible. Hello, I had heard Sunhaven had a new visitor. I see you've already acquainted yourself with our farmer. I take it from your robes and finery that you are Sunhaven's Archmage? Wow, how did you know, Kai? This feels like a weird response because he just said why. He just said how he knows, so why the question? Wow, Kai, lucky guess. It was nothing, truly. I've spoken to many Archmages. You certainly carry yourself like a true-born dignitary. Did I hear your name was Kai? Kai? Please excuse my rudeness. I suddenly feel off balance. I'm needing to rest for a moment. Oh dear, please do be careful. Halsey, would you see Kai back to his home? I've got him, don't worry. Did he remember something? You look shaken up. It's nothing. I just suddenly had a bit of a head rush, that's all. Are you remembering something? I'm not sure. Forgive me, my head's spinning. Maybe we should call an end to our tour? I didn't even show you the big talking dragon. The double exclamation point. Who... Why is there... There's so many double exclamation points in this patch. You should get some rest. Yeah, some rest would be good. I must thank you for the tour, though. You did very good. It felt oddly comfortable being shown the sights of Sunhaven. I'm sure that had everything to do with your skills as a guide. It's the same options twice. Was this reported? No, I will report it. Yeah, you should get some rest. Is it meant to be the same options twice? Probably not. Wow, that was the most dynamic date we've gotten to date. And it was lovely. It was very interesting because we got less of Kai, except knowing that he's like very formal. We didn't get to know Kai as much as to know his situation and the way he talks. So we don't really know his backstory still. I think that's intentional. Much more exciting date than I've ever had in the past. That was lovely. Wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. You do much fishing, my dear Halsey. Sunhaven has some amazing fishing. It might be the best place I've ever fished, if memory serves, which it doesn't. Are you handy with a rod? Interesting wording. I love eating fish, and I thought I'd be experienced at fishing. Most Naga are, you know. But it turns out I'm not very good at it. Imagine that, a high seas rogue like me, bad at landing a fish. Very strange, truthfully. Fishing seems like a skill you would never forget, no matter what happens. Perhaps while I was washing ashore, I bumped my head on a reef especially hard. You should talk to Peter. Peter, you say? My neighbor at the fishing store. He must be another friend of yours, am I right? Ha, I'll speak with him the next time I see him. Maybe he can reawaken my skills with the rod. What other hobbies do you have? I find reading to be relaxing. The library in Sunhaven is full of books that cover the local histories as well as faraway lands. Amanda told me it seemed absurd that an adventure... Amanda told me that it seemed absurd that an adventuring type like me would... Amanda told me that it seemed absurd that an adventuring type like I would find such pleasure in books. Reading is a great way to experience the world. He likes to read. Perhaps not as exciting as venturing out into the world, but reading is very convenient and safer. You don't tend to wash ashore on beaches when you're merely reading about lands across the sea. Ooh, Whew, Kai has been slow going for me. Sunhaven is a lovely place. I could see myself staying here a while, especially with you. Do you ever think about leaving? When I first arrived, I wasn't entirely sure I'd be staying here. However, I feel like this place may offer me something I won't find anywhere else. Maybe it was fate that I washed up on these shores. I believe it's fate too. So you believe in fate as well, you. That's my name in the game, you. Then it's true, our hearts may be two, yet they still beat in tandem. Okay. Noted. Are you ever gonna move out of your cave? Well, it's not the most comfortable of abodes, but I think I quite like it. It's a space all my own, which feels very liberating. Besides, at night, the sound of the waves on the beach are very relaxing. That does sound very nice. Fuck. Okay, well, consider that a win. The words I said are exactly what's on the screen. The waves are nice, but it's much more than that. I have my own space, it's mine, and no one else's. Maybe it's better to have a cave of my own than a castle I'm confined to. You're confined to a castle? What a curious way of putting it. I must have read that saying in a book once. Heh heh. Heh heh. Huh. 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 Man, it feels like I've waited years for this. Maybe I have. I've waited in-game years for this. We should see more of each other. Don't we see each other a lot? No, I mean see each other alone. A date, you know? Do I have to spell it out for you, love? Oh, right, a date. That sounds nice. I know you all too well. I have something special planned that I think you may truly enjoy. Meet me in front of the house tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay. Have a key. He doesn't like keys that much, but it's all I got in this moment, so. Hi Kai, glad you can make it. Are you ready to go? I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm unbelievably ready. We're here. You took me to the library. Well, it's certainly better than standing on the beach, isn't it? And besides, look at the places we can go. Is that a reference to, oh, the places we'll go? Places? That's right. While you can look out across the ocean and dream of lands beyond, books can actually take you to those places. Well, in your mind at least, unless they're magic books. These books aren't magic, I'm assuming. Listen, Kai, not that your little library date idea isn't super duper cute and all, but could you keep it down over there, please? No one ever takes me on a library date, stupid lucky farmer. Cue all the times I've complained that Amanda is not romanceable. Oh yeah, Amanda, we'll try to stay quiet. So what made you choose the library? I don't need to do anything crazy or exciting with you. Enjoying some books together would be perfect. We can explore the world together in pages. You're so goofy, Kai. Goofy and romantic. What about this is goofy? Find the goof? Let's play a game. Find the goof. I can't find it. We can explore the world together in pages. Is that the goof? Anyway. Is that so? You're gonna make me blush. Which book should we read first? Bless you for not making me guess which option will bring the heart up and to just give me the one that will. Let's read a book about history. History, huh? Believe it or not, it's one of my favorite subjects. Here, I picked out a good one for us. I'll read it. They were like, you know what? People don't care enough about the lore in this game. We're going to tie the lore into a character so that they'll actually read our long lore books. Yeah, that's the way. Oh, that's funny. History of the 4 regions and their peoples. I figured I should read up on the 4 regions since I'm living on them now. Kai reads to you a chapter on the history of the Eastern region. It's a bit boring, but Kai's narration is entertaining all on its own. Is that how you all feel? I could read books like this all day. There's always something new to learn, you know? Can you two please keep it down? No one reads to me. How is this fair? Oh, sorry again, Amanda. Yeah, I'm really sorry, for real. Why don't you pick out something new to read? You glance around your immediate surroundings. There's so many books. How can you choose one? Suddenly, a leather-bound book, edged in sparkling gold leaf, catches your eye. What about that one? Oh, Noteworthy People of the World. This looks like an interesting one. Let's see. Kai's gonna be in the book. He's gonna be in the book for sure. Old Kings and Queens Archmages? Oh hey, it's Lucia, and this is her grandfather? Same red hair. Looks like you have to be either rich or important, or both, to be included in this. They were serious when they said the world, and there's people from all over. Such great pictures of them, too. Hey, look at this! This person has the same name as me, haha, I've never met another Kai before. They look a lot like you, Kai. Yeah, look at their picture, you're right, it looks like me, but wearing ridiculous clothes. Maybe it's my long-lost cousin? A cousin who is named the same name as me. What does the book say? Oh, Prince Kai of the Old Kingdom of Cobb. How do you say it? Cobb? Is this a corn joke? The Kingdom of Cobb? Sixth son to Grand Emperor Zarazik. I'm sorry, I feel a bit dizzy all of a sudden. Kai, that's you. You're in the book. Yeah, seems to be the case. Can you believe that? I guess I'm a prince. Zarazik. That name rings a bell. I mean, apparently he's my father. I'm sorry, but you're a prince? This is the last time I will ask. Please be quiet. Why couldn't I have found a prince washed up on the beach? Stupid lucky farmer. Apologies, Amanda, but yes, you? That's me. According to this book, I must have been on some sort of journey when my ship crashed and I ended up in Sunhaven. The memories still won't come back. Don't you want to go back to your kingdom? Please, please, calm down. I'm not going back to my kingdom. What? I'm building a life in Sunhaven, one where I do what I want to make myself happy. I fish and cook, even if I'm not the best at either of those things yet. I don't want to be a prince to some faraway kingdom across the sea. Come on, you. Don't you know me? Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Whatever I was before is in the past. What I am now is all that matters, and I'm just Kai from Sunhaven. That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. If I had the chance to be a princess, I would take it. I support your decision, Kai. I want the percentages. Can we have the percentages on who chooses the shitty option? Thank you. I know it might sound crazy to you, but think about it. I'm the sixth son to some stuffy old emperor. Probably won't even be missed over there. Well, maybe all my various admirers will miss me. First you're talking in my nice quiet library, then you're screaming, now you're a prince, but you want to stay in this do-nothing town? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and now. I can't even. Imagine the library of a prince, and to just turn it down. What a waste of good literature. You can't make everyone happy, I guess. That's the one thing you don't have to worry about when you aren't a prince. I'm sorry. Sorry, this entire date is just Amanda being like, what the hell, Kai? That's so fucked up. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I can agree with that. Maybe we should both sleep on it, eh? I don't want you to think that this changes anything between us. I'm not Prince Kai of Quabob whatever. Kebab whatever. I'm just Kai, the same Kai. Except I was a prince, but not anymore. I'm gonna need a lot of sleep. I'll sleep on it. And oh hey, maybe I don't even need to ask this, but do you think you could not tell anyone about me being prince? Yeah, sure. What about you, Amanda? Can I trust you to keep my secret? Stop talking to me. Okay, let's consider that a promise to keep the secret safe. Good night, you. Oh, that's so funny. What an enjoyable date. That's so... I do appreciate that like more characters are brought into all of these new NPC interactions. I guess they're really trying to like build the whole idea that kind of everyone is coexisting to some extent instead of just you and the person you romanced, and that's the whole world you live in, right? Like trying to bring more Sunhaven characters into Sunhaven. That's very fun. It's so interesting. Like I have to record all of the dialogue cycles because they fit into the storyline. Like before, I could just kind of record them and then not use them or not even record them because they didn't matter. They just kind of allowed me to prove my points about a character. But now it's like it has to I have to have them to put them in the timeline. Hey you, I apologize. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with everything. Just as I was becoming comfortable, my memories came back. And now I'm not sure how to feel. What do you remember? I'm the sixth son of an Emperor Azarazik, a ruler of a kingdom far across the Eastward Sea. I grew up in the Seraglio, my father's palace. Is that a real thing? Or is that a fantasy thing? No, it is a Turkish or an Ottoman palace. Oh, so a Seraglio is a real thing. How do you say it? It's a Seraglio. It's a real thing. It's an Ottoman palace. So that's interesting. So the Seraglio is a real thing, but the Zarazik part, I can't actually tie to any names. Or it doesn't, so like, not that, this is a fantasy game, okay, I get it. But it doesn't sound similar to any names. Like, it just sounds completely different, even though it's referencing a Seraglio. The other name is like, just made up, it feels like. Interesting. As the sixth son, I was far from being of any real importance. I met with fellow dignitaries and performed all the tasks that befit my station, which is to say, I lived a very boring life. So I left. With my memories gone, I could have been anyone I wanted to be, but now I must be myself, and I worry how my past may change how others perceive me. I'm trying to figure this out, because Kai strikes me a certain way, but he's missing a piece, right? I'm gonna have to think on that. I don't see you any differently, but this one is pretty funny. No one will treat you differently just because you're the son of a super rich, super powerful emperor, probably? Thank you. That alone puts much of my worries at ease. I merely do not wish to be treated differently, but I also do not want to deceive others and lie about my past. Changing my story is something I can no longer do. So you're not a skilled adventurer. I confess I have no skills in adventuring or combat. I recall that I always wished to learn to fight, though my father never gave me the chance. I was his sixth youngest son, and he took very little interest in me. My eldest brothers were more important, and therefore more worthy of his attention. You're number one to me. Do you truly mean that? I've always wanted to matter, as more than proof of my father could sire sons. Hold on. I've always wanted to matter as more than proof than that my father, that. It's not a typo, it's just worded weird. Oh my god. I've always wanted to matter as more than proof my father could sire sons. To truly matter to someone, it fills me with joy. Okay. Okay, Kai. Free pass on the typo there. Such beautiful flowers. What have I done to deserve such an amazing gift? You're welcome. And please go home now so that I can, get a third date, shall we? Wonder if they're accepting visitors right now. Well, you. This is certainly a surprise. What brings you to my quiet little cave so late at night? And alone. I just wanted to see you. Just see? But you, now that you're here, there's so much more you could do. Kai ending up being the most romantic of all. Interesting. I admit your cave really does have a certain charm to it. Some people don't get the simple charm of a cave. I've heard the rumors of a she-demon who lived in the cave to the north. They say she terrorized the land until one day she left without so much as a trace. I don't know about terrorizing any lands, but if a cave is good enough for a snooty demon, then it's perfect for me. You know a lot of stories. Well, I do learn plenty of things. I'll tell you a secret that I know, though. Come here, let me whisper it to you. Whisper? Kai's scaly tail wraps around the back of your waist, pushing you close into him. Another romance novel third date. Interesting. Noted. All four of his arms taking you by the shoulders. I love you. That's a secret. Kai shows you some old maps he's collected since landing in Sunhaven. You get the impression he could talk about the subject all night, but you decide it's best to leave before it gets too late. Besides, that tail of his is awful tricky. I was reading the first half of this dialogue and I was like, with all these characters, they were a little bit lighter on the insinuation of what happens on the third date. No, they weren't. I found myself looking across the sea at night, wondering about all that sits across the endless horizon. What I'm trying to say is that I have some restless nights lately. Do you remember how you ended up washing ashore in Sunhaven yet? In fact, the memory came back to me. It's a funny story, actually. You see, when I decided that I was going to leave my homeland, I knew I wanted to sail over the Eastward Sea and find a land called Sunhaven. That's right, I remember reading about Sunhaven, how it was a place that one could go in order to find what they'd been missing. I attempted to secretly charter several vessels, though no captains would dare kidnap the son of an emperor. In the end, I purchased a small ship and stocked it with supplies. Naga are naturals at sea, right? Well, I made good progress until I was shipwrecked by a raging beast. The massive squid? Yeah, that squid is a problem for me too. Its massive white tentacles broke my ship into splinters. It was a miracle I made it to shore unscathed. I guess you really are a little bit of an adventurer, Kai. I suppose I am, aren't I? And it's a miracle you found me too. Little did I realize at the time that you would be the beginning of a bright, bright future. Have you been keeping your mind off the past? It's been easier than I thought. Despite my worries, whenever I tell others of my past, they treat me no differently than before. They're amazed, of course, but I can't hold that against them. A secret prince has lived among them all this time, after all. You shouldn't worry about what anyone thinks. Forget your father, you can be the Prince of Sunhaven. I hate these words. Why do I hate these words? It's just that I feel like it's a dialogue option. I'm reading too much into it. It's just a pet peeve when people tell other people not to worry what others think, because of course you're going to worry what others think. That's called humanity. Whatever. Maybe I shouldn't, but it still makes me happy to know that I'm among people who accept me for whatever I want to be. It's not a feeling I've ever known before, you know? Okay, so this is the thing, is that Kai wasn't accepted for himself. He was just a person who existed. So now Kai's like, they like me for me, and that's very exciting for him. So that's his whole shtick. Okay, I see. But then why before was he like, we celebrate the differences in people? He was like giving a diversity spiel early on? Did he feel like the ugly duckling in the family? There's so much going on with Kai, man. How am I supposed to figure this guy out, huh? It's like every dialogue I have a new thing that I'm like, let me just add that on to the list of stuff I'm trying to put together. Holy shit, okay. Kitty told me I should have a cave warming party, like a housewarming party, only with my cave. Are you ever gonna get a house? But a cave is a house, or it's a house to me, rather. In my homeland we had a saying, silk without a hole cannot be patched. Though here in Sunhaven, I've heard the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as you're comfortable. Believe me, I am. A peaceful cave is a paradise compared to what I escaped from. You like fish, but what other food do you like? I'm a simple snake. Give me something well spiced and I'll eat it. Have you ever had a scorpion before? Delicious, with a splash of apple wine and coated in spices? Then you're easy to cook for. As far as I'm concerned, you can cook me anything, anytime. Who would have thought that after washing up on shore, barely surviving the wreck of my ship, that I'd be woken up by my future partner? Fate has a funny way of working, doesn't it? All this to say, of course, let us wed. Leave the arrangements to me. Just be ready tomorrow, 4 p.m. Trust me, I'll handle everything. I can't wait. So, we're about to get married, but this 5 out of 10 wheat is the funniest bug I've ever seen. You know, I'm not an advocate for reporting bugs that are fun, and that one's fun. That one can stay. Wedding time, we actually get to see the wedding bus this time. Because they were broken before, but they're not broken now. Look at that. That's a cool outfit. I love the hair on this. The hair on the wedding bus looks fantastic. Okay, Kai, show me your wedding ring, huh? Nothing could ever make me forget you, my dear. This ring will prove that I love you. Oh god, I just can't wait to see Kai's memory loss text. I didn't even think about how sick it is that we're about to marry him after restoring his memory and then just erase his memory again. That's so fucked up. Put that on temporarily. Kai's room is very pretty. Is that a weird word to describe it? Maybe it's not pretty. It just feels like very... Oh, my bunny is under the bed. It feels very warm and like just calming. Feels like a chapter of my life is closed and now a new one is about to be written. Are you feeling the same way? What would a book of your life be called? That's a fun question. Let me think. Probably The Handsome Naga Who Washed Up on a Beach and Married a Farmer. It's not a great title, but it gets the point across really well. If it gets the point across, then it's a great title. Or what about Kai, Life Unknown? Sure, the second one. Ooh, mysterious. I kind of like it. Now I'll be thinking about this all day. Are you ready to move on from your past? It's quite a question to wait until after marriage to ask, but please, my love, you must understand by now that I'm truly... Can I say, Kai's dialogue is kind of a word salad. The words are flipped around in a way where normally my brain is processing the word that's coming as I'm speaking the last one. And I've had to reread so many Kai dialogues because I'm like doing these two things simultaneously, but the words are not as I expect. So the skimming part isn't working, and so once I say it, I'm like, ugh, that was the wrong order. You must understand by now that I truly am not focused on the past, but my future, with you. I know I shouldn't worry, or I can't help but worry. 2 solid dialogue options we got today. I'll just have to make sure I prove to you that I'll never leave Sunhaven. I can think of a few ideas how. Dots? What do you think is in between those 3 dots, huh? Probably something really juicy. You know, I should help you out on your farm. I could be your farmhand. Aren't you busy with it? Why are we not going to accept the help? Are we too proud to accept help from this guy? You'd probably make a good farmhand. Well, I do have 4 hands. I could hoe the ground, plant a seed, and water all at once. Though even for me that might be a bit tricky. What about a miner? 4 pickaxes. What about a hitman? 4 guns. Forget being a farmhand. Your arms are great for giving extra big hugs. That might be the sweetest and most farm-specific thing anyone has ever said about my arms. Come here, my love. You deserve a hug. Aren't you busy with other things? Well, I'm still working on my fishing. Sometimes I help Peter haul in his fishing nets. Then I also help Amanda sort books to the library. 4 hands are better than 2, whether it's fish in a net or books on a shelf. Is it wrong that I'm relieved to hear that? I love helping out, but I love watching you work even more. Does Kai like being alone, or does Kai like being by other people? I don't know. I don't. Good God, man. 13 in-game days. 13 in-game days to get this exclamation point right here. I don't know what they did to this, but... Jesus. Dearest you, what do you need, Kai? You wouldn't happen to have any fresh lobster sitting around, would you? It's just... It's my favorite, and you're so good at getting things, and I was wondering... I'll see what I can do, dear. I know it's in short order, but do you think you could pull it off for me, pretty please? Alright, lobster. Yes, you did it. Thank you so much, my dearest of darlings. No one is more capable than you. That is so true. Alright, how about we take a nice long winter nap together? Oh, this is just gonna be so terrible, right? Like memory loss potion time is just gonna be... Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Like, the Kai, of all people, to memory loss? Yikes, man. Big yikes. Ginormous yikes. What is this? Some strange potion? I feel like I've seen something like this before, but I can't remember what it does. Well, it must be something good if you're giving it to me. Bottoms up. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Yikes. Kai drinks the potion, forgets everything. Odd, it feels like I've forgotten something, although forgetting things is sort of what I'm known for, isn't it? Hey, where'd this ring on my finger come from? Yeah. Sorry about that one. So, I don't know. Is the ring dialogue option that meaningful? Because there's so many new dialogues with all the characters. Like, does the ring one matter? Do I really have to give it back? I don't know. You, my love, you dropped your ring. Wait, you mean you meant to give this back to me? Oh, I see. Should I be worried, my love? What? Should I be worried? If someone gives the wedding ring back to you, you wonder if you should be worried? I think we all know the answer to that one. So that is all of Kai. What do I have to say? Kai has been a really cool character, a very unique character. So much to like figure out about him, so much going on with him, in a good way, I think. I feel like on the scale of our NPCs, Kai's pretty high up there, because his dates were really good, right? The tavern, the second date at the library. Yeah, the library date was really fun. And I get like a little special experience with Kai because I go back and edit everything. So I kind of got to see like all of the little inklings that were dropped early on about who Kai is. And so it's been really cool to like make a video on Kai because I could kind of go through and see all of the hints that were dropped early on, all the little dialogue pieces that existed beforehand. And yeah, it's just been super fun. I really love that Kai brings in a lot more characters, but I do like how much more romantic Kai is than the others. I feel like he gives you that kind of like more serious romance than some of the others, because Wesley is bashful and Vivi is playful, right? So Kai definitely gives you that like straightforward, cool romance, and I really appreciate that. I feel like it was a good balance to the other RNPCs that were added. So anyway, that's all. That whole rant is all I have to say. Have a great rest of your morning, day, evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye all.